Hey, g'day, folks. It's Dean here, Passive Income Coach, bringing you another really quick trading update. Over the last few days, we've been looking at Bitcoin and just, showcasing how resistance levels work and what to look for. So, a good time to sort of buy and how to protect your money and, sort of when to jump in Bitcoin, jump out of Bitcoin and accumulate Bitcoin through market adjustments. And if you've been tracking the last few videos, you'll know we've been sort of focusing in on this time frame, and we sort of spoke about this particular area here. This was the objection we were trying to hit, and then I said we should see a retracement come back down. And literally, this is today's movement. You can see that we've actually come back down, and we've hit this Fibonacci retracement level of 61.8%, which you'd be surprised at how often these sort of targets hit. So really the key about learning how to trade is that your hindsight, when you look back over certain trades and so certain patterns, your hindsight becomes your foresight, and then you can use that knowledge to your best ability. So let's just sort of zoom in onto this little time period here. Let's break it down into a smaller time frame, and you can see that. Whoops, where's the zoom in button? All right, you can see that this particular little pattern coming in here. So this is where we just sort of zoomed in. These are 4-hour candles. This is this run up. We predicted that we would get into this area. We broke through this new high. Remember, this is what we call a resistance level. We had resistance. We broke through it. We became support. The support didn't hold, okay, which is one of the first things you look at. Will support hold? No, it hasn't. Will the next level of support hold? This is just a minor level of support. No, it didn't. So then we look for potential places to buy. Now, you could have bought in here with the stop loss just below, and you would have made a small loss here. But ideally, you want to buy in between this 50 and 61% range, okay? And then you would have a stop loss just down in here. So there's two ways you could sort of play this out. You could be a little bit adventurous and really try and get in early, and these are what people do when they try and pick bottoms. Okay, so somebody's trying to pick the bottom of this next market move before it goes up. So people are buying in this area. This is why there's a bit of a battle going on. Your more safer bet or less riskier bet is actually wait for what we call confirmation. So if you're sitting on the fence at the moment and you're thinking about, should I buy some Bitcoin? Should I not buy some Bitcoin? You could certainly buy some Bitcoin here, but what you would really want is confirmation that we're actually going to start going back up again, and this is actually our retracement, which I think it will be. So when it breaks through this old high here, this would be a great place to buy. So you could place your order tonight, buy Bitcoin at $9,400 and let's call it $9,500, okay, which is just here. So as it breaks through this point, off it'll go. Okay, so that's one way you could do that. You could simply wait for the next 4-hour candle to come along. Okay, so let's just spread these out. So what's going to happen is pretty soon, this candle will finish and a new one will start. So you could certainly wait to see what happens for this particular 4 hours. And then when the next one starts, once it gets above the high, we know that that's going to be another upward movement. Okay, so you could buy on the above of that. And again, you'd have your stop loss in here, so you're only risking a certain amount of money. So this is how we sort of trade. This is a perfect buying setup right now. We've done this move. We've broken through some resistance. This is the sort of the high that we've had in a very long time. It's broken through that. It's pulled back. That's expected. Okay, and now what we'd expect is the next market move up. Okay, now, of course, we could always be wrong, so you need to be prepared that if that doesn't happen, what could happen? We could actually see a move all the way down. Now, at some point in time to make money, you have to risk money, okay? And trading is all about reducing your risk scenario. So, as I said, seeing patterns regularly and your hindsight becomes your foresight. So right now, we're in potential buying opportunity. There's a number of ways you could sort of play that out. We look for these during the trading course on different entries, stop loss, how to risk mitigate, all that sort of stuff. But I think the next 12 hours, the next 3 candles are going to be really, really important. We should see a bit of a move. Ideally, I believe what we'll start to see now is a move up. If we actually close a 4-hour time frame below the 61.8, that would be an indication of weakness, which is quite often why we wait until the next candle for confirmation. So what we'd like to see is the next candle. Let's just move that blue thing out of the way. We're waiting for the next candle to sort of go above the previous 4 hours, all right? And we want to start to see move up. So this is where setting alerts, literally sitting in front of your computer whilst you're, watching YouTube or whatever it is you're doing, and keeping an eye on this. Okay, this has still got a few hours to play, a while to play out, not that long, and then we'll next see the market move. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next 12 hours. I hope that was helpful. It's going to be an interesting time, but certainly my prediction will be, should the next candle, the next 4-hour candle, break above the 50% line and start to move back up and break through this little short-term resistance here, then we should see some good market moves over the next couple of days. You could take a position here, look to make just a 5% trade over the next over the next couple of days. All right, which again, look at that, just brings us right back to that resistance point. So imagine that over the next 2 days, you could make a 5% return, all right, over the next 20 hours. All right, going from here to this resistance level. That's certainly what I would expect to happen. Again, I'll wait for confirmation and make 5% return, and that'd be a nice return for the week. All right, that's it for this short video. I hope that was useful. I hope you're intrigued about how all this trading sort of stuff works. If you want more information, just make a comment down below, and I look forward to teaching you everything I know about trading and how all this sort of stuff plays out.